Well, not what we've gotten used to seeing from Jacob Waguespack, and the Blue Jays end up losing this one 9-4 to the Atlanta Braves and split the mini two-game series at Rogers Center, and it just was not good early on. Now, Jacob Waguespack obviously on the mound for the Blue Jays, and he was fine through the first, but in the second inning, gave up 5 runs. I mean, he couldn't get outs. He could not get out of the inning. I mean, it was a Matt Joyce home run, a double by Ortega, Ronald Acuna doubled, and Freddie Freeman doubled. He couldn't get outs, and that was the issue. You know, I mean, look, other than that, he only went 3 innings, right? So the first and third were fine, but it was that second inning that just killed him. And you're down 5-0 after the second inning. It's tough for your offense to get going, right? That's what usually happens. But the Blue Jays, being the team that we've kind of gotten used to seeing over the last little while, they do not quit. They don't quit. In the bottom of the fourth inning, they get some runners on, and Brandon Drake's an RBI ground out. Whoop-de-doo, it's 5-1. Hernandez at third base, and, Hernandez at third. Then a pass ball by Tyler Flowers, and Hernandez comes in. It's a 5-2 ball game. And we're like, all right, well, at least you made a little bit of a ball game out of it. Bottom of the fifth inning with Kevin Biggio on. Randall Grichuk rips a double into left field. And, hey, it's a 5-3 ball game. You know, then you go to the bottom of the sixth inning. The next inning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up, and as we've seen from Vladdy, he can use any part of the field to get on base, and he punches the ball into right field for a base hit. Jansen comes in to score. It's 5-4. The Jays have crawled right back in it after getting 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and they're right back in the ballgame. But unfortunately, the bullpen caves in, and they give up. What was it? They give up one. Well, how many did they give up in the seventh inning? There, it was 2, wasn't it? No, they give up 3 in the seventh, and the Blue Jays scored 4 total. So 3 of the 4 you scored to get back into the ball game are gone, and the offense and the team just kind of shot after that. When you come into a ball game as a bullpen guy, you got to shut the door. And Jason Adam, who's been stellar for the Blue Jays, wasn't very good. He came in through a third of an inning, didn't give up a hit, but he walked 2. And then Neil Ramirez came in and gave up 2 hits, and things were just not good for Jason Adam in the bullpen there today. It just wasn't very good. And when your bullpen's going to be like that, you're going to lose a lot of ball games that way. You know, Jacob Waguespack was not very good, but Sam Gaviglio was amazing. 2 2/3 of 1 hit ball, didn't allow a run, struck out 4, and didn't walk a batter. He allowed 1 base runner, allowing the Blue Jays to crawl back into the game. But then after Sam Gaviglio comes out of the ball game, the bullpen implodes after that. And look, if you're trying to be a good team, you just can't let those things happen. The Blue Jays fall to 54-81 on the season with the loss today. And by the way, after that the 3 runs in the 7th, they score 1 in the 9th of a Freddie Freeman home run to dead center field off of Buddy Boshears. So again, like I said, Jason Adam had a tough inning. Neil Ramirez came in, gave up 2 hits, but the problem was, you know, he helped the Braves get those couple runs against Jason Adam. As I said, he had 3 earned runs in that ball game. And Buddy Boshears gave up the home run. So all 3 relievers after Sam Gaviglio just weren't very good. And look, when you're playing a team like the Atlanta Braves, a really good ball team, when you're trying to crawl back into a game, you just can't let those things happen. And they happened today, and you lost 9-4. It's baseball sometimes, guys. It sucks, but it happens. All right, so let's go to the statistics and talk about what positive things happened today. Well, Biggio, Bichette, and Guerrero all had hits, if you want to talk positives. So Bichette went 1 for 5 in the ballgame. Again, not the greatest game for him, but he had a hit in the ballgame. Good to see for him. And Kevin Biggio 1 for 4, scored a run and walked once. I mean, it wouldn't be a Kevin Biggio game if he didn't walk. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of his last couple of games against Atlanta has hit the ball really well. Went 2 for 5 in the game, had an RBI on the RBI single. He's hitting .282 on the season, and that RBI there was his 59th RBI of the year. So it's great to see for Vladdy. Just ripping RBIs is great to see for him. I'd love to see him hit that number 70 by the end of the season, but we'll see how it goes the rest of the way. Randall Grichuk had a good ball game. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI. He's hitting .236 on the season. Smokey was 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Hernandez 1 for 4 with a run scored. And Brandon Drury 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Jansen 1 for 4. But again, not other than Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Randall Grichuk, 2 guys who knocked in RBIs in the game, you didn't really get a whole lot of offense from the Blue Jays today. And when you're talking about a team like Atlanta, a team that pitches usually really well, and a team that can hit really well, as you saw today, scoring 9 runs against the Blue Jays' shoddy bullpen, it happens. And it sucks. All right, so with the off day tomorrow for the Blue Jays, they welcome in the Houston Astros for a weekend series. Wade Miley, Trent Thornton is the pitching matchup in Game 1 there on Friday night. Saturday's the 3:07 first pitch, and as of right now, it has no starters selected right now for either team. It's probably going to be a bullpen day for the Blue Jays. Not quite sure who we're going to see in Game 2. And Justin Verlander versus Clay Buchholz in the finale on Sunday. So if the Sunday is not an Aaron Sanchez day, I mean, that'd be quite interesting to see Aaron Sanchez pitch at Rogers Center in the bullpen. There he is. He's injured. A pectoral injury. So it looks like we're not going to see Aaron Sanchez. So they might have to go with a bullpen day or call somebody up. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in Game 2 of the 3-game set against the Astros. But there you guys go, the kind of like the tee up for the upcoming 3-game series against Houston. And for the Blue Jays, look, you split a series against the really good Atlanta Braves. I mean, I guess I'll take that. Now you look forward to the 3-game set against a really, really good team in the Houston Astros, all right? So let's get down to the minor leagues here and talk about the Blue Jays prospects and what did they do today? Well, with Sean Reed-Foley, what I've learned with the guy, he's a better big league pitcher than he is a AAA pitcher because he was not great in the ball game for Buffalo today. 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, walked 2 and struck out 4. He just has not been good in AAA this season at all. All right, he's been less than impressive. Ryan Tepera threw a clean inning. Interesting to see him back up there a little bit, and he should be at the big league level fairly soon. And offensively, positives for some of the young players for the Blue Jays. Look, Anthony Alford went 1 for 4 in the ball game. Struck out 3 times, but he went 1 for 4. He's still hitting .262 on the year. Forrest Wall came off the bench for Jonathan Davis, and he went 2 for 3. He's only hitting .212, but good to see him go 2 for 3 today. And Santiago Espinal, after the first few games where he couldn't get a hit to save his life in Buffalo, he's been unbelievable. He went 3 for 4 with a run scored today. He's hitting .302 in AAA. Now again, will Espinal be anything for the Blue Jays? I don't know, because he's an infielder. He played second base today for Buffalo. For the Blue Jays, I mean, look, I guess shortstop and third base are the only two that are kind of set in stone. With Kevin Biggio, he can play the outfield, so we're not in a kind of set in stone, he is playing second base type of thing. So for Espinal, if he plays well, he maybe be September call-up, and who knows, but I don't think so. I don't think he'll be a September call-up. He hasn't played enough at AAA to convince me, at least, to be in the big leagues. All right, but a great day for him, great day for Espinal, and good to see for Buffalo, even though they lost 10-2 to Rochester. All right, down in New Hampshire, well, Thomas Hatch was supposed to be on the mound. However, it was postponed due to rain, so we're going to go right past that to the Dunedin Blue Jays. And Josh Winkowski, the guy that I've been talking about for quite some time, who's had a rough few starts for the Dunedin Blue Jays, 21-year-old Josh Winkowski, who had an amazing season with Lansing, gets the call-up to Dunedin, was stellar for the beginning, had a rough patch, but today he was awesome. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run, did not walk a batter, and struck out 3. His ERA going into the ball game was .345. It dropped to 3.19 after the ball game today. So great job by Josh Winkowski in his outing today. Offensively, not a whole lot of crazy things going on. Casey Clemens, who's been very good offensively lately, was 2 for 3 with an RBI. He's only hitting .206, but again, he was hitting .170, 3 weeks ago? So it's good to see him starting to swing the bat better, even though, you know, there's not a whole lot going on for him, in my eyes, at least. All right, Alejandro Kirk went 1 for 3 in the ball game. Ryan Noda 1 for 3 with an RBI. Nick Podkuhl 1 for 1 with a walk. So that's good to see. But other than that, guys, not a whole lot of offense going down there for Dunedin. They did win 2-1, but again, not a whole lot going on. Down there in Lansing, Sean Weimer was on the mound, and he went 5 innings of it, 7 hits, 3 runs. All 3 were earned, walked 1, and struck out 4. And wasn't the greatest, but it picked up the victory. He's 8-11 on the season. And offensively, Otto Lopez 1 for 5 with a run scored. Good to see there. Yerman Rodriguez, the guy continues to hit the ball extremely well. 1 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs scored. The guy's hitting .346 there in Lansing. Good to see for him. Griffin Conine, we've not seen him had a great ball game lately, but it was great to see him have a good one today. 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs, scored 2 runs. Again, he's only hitting .278 on the year, but great to see him have a good ball game today. Gabriel Moreno 1 for 5 in the ball game, only hitting .281, but again, Still having a pretty good season for a 19-year-old catcher there in Lansing, all right? And down in Vancouver, my boy Adam Kloffenstein was having a rough outing, I gotta say. I mean, look, to his standards, what we've gotten used to seeing from Kloffenstein, he hasn't been very good. 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned, walked 1, struck out 8, and he gave up a home run. His ERA jumped to 2.24, even though it didn't jump too much. 2.24 is still really good. So I'm not really going to complain. He still had an all right outing. And that's that. Offensively, again, not a lot going on. I'm trying. None of the names jump out at me as guys that I've seen in the top 30 prospects or whatnot, so you guys don't care about that. So we're going to move on to the Bluefield Blue Jays. If I'm not mistaken, wrapped up their season today. I'm going to check that out here, guys. Anything in September? No games in September, so I don't think they made the playoffs. They were on the 500 mark, so I don't think they made the playoffs, but they won 8-3 today, and the 31-36, they definitely didn't make the playoffs, but Leonardo Jimenez, the young 18-year-old infielder that I've been talking about all season long, had a great last game to his season. 3 for 4 with an RBI, a walk, and a run scored. He ends the season hitting .298 in Bluefield. So a guy that I see being in, I want to say either Vancouver or Lansing next season. Same with Miguel Geraldo, same kind of thing. I see him and Leonardo Jimenez kind of being in that infield, the next wave of infielders at in Lansing next season. That'd be great to see from them, but I have no idea if they will or not. But that's about it for them, and that's gonna wrap it up, guys. That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, you did not enjoy the ball game today for the Blue Jays, but you enjoyed talking about the minor leaguers because ain't that just fun, because it's the bright spot of the future for the Blue Jays. Smack that like button, do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on this game today for the Blue Jays, your thoughts on the minor leaguers we've talked about, your thoughts on the future of the Blue Jays. I want to hear your guys' thoughts all over the place about what this Blue Jays team is all about. And check out my man, holy smokes, got my merge Wixed, as my mom would say. Switch the letters around. Anyways, where was I? Check out my main man, Mo Buckets on Twitter, guys. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. If you've not checked it out yet, please go do so. They post awesome content to their channel. It's their Instagram page. They're quick. They're right on the ball usually when it comes to posting post-game content and highlights about big things that happen. Guys, go check it out once again, Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. Guys, Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, guys. Do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys in Game 1 of the 3-game set against the Houston Astros, starting Friday night, 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Wade Miley, Trent Thornton, other starting pitchers in the ball game there on Friday. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.